All right, yabba dabba doo sports fans. Welcome to a new arena for all of us, Hunt Armory, here in the city of Pittsburgh. I'll give you a tour of the building. It's a really cool building. I'll give you a little history of the building here while we wait for the Zamboni to clean up the ice. But I'll break from my normal tradition and release the vertical hold on the camera and give you a little tour of the architecture of this building. It's actually really cool. Sorry, I had to turn the volume off on my QA phone that I use to QA the broadcast while I do it. But you can see, it's a cool building. Some really interesting beams, open-ended windows. This building's been here a long time. I am up on a rooftop of some type of office. You can see I'm about 10 feet in the air on a little room they have built here in the corner, or actually at center ice. No railing, which is a little interesting for those of us that don't like heights, but bring you the best view I can, as always, for this game between your 12U Attanucci's and the North Pittsburgh Wildcats 782. So a little history of Hunt Armory. This building has been here since 1916. We're over in Shadyside. It was named after Alfred Hunt, and it was built by the guy that founded Alcoa, which is interesting, right? So they spent about $450,000 to build this building in the early 1910s. That would be about $13 million in today's terms. And this building occupies an entire city block over here. So the Penguins are doing some really cool things here. They're working with the Urban Redevelopment Authority of the city of Pittsburgh. This is the first ice rink that's been inside city limits in 25 years. I was talking to the rink manager. The way the building is set up right now, there's no real HVAC. You end up with the outdoor temperature being the indoor temperature, so it's perfect for ice in the winter. They put the rink in November. It's usually done by March, he said. But they're looking to do it a little more year-round. They're going to have to get some approvals and work with the city and the local community to upgrade the HVAC, upgrade the lighting, and then they want to turn this into a little bit more of a year-round endeavor. So certainly some cool stuff happening here in the city with partnership, I believe, with Highmark and the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Urban Redevelopment Authority. So we're grateful to be here, an exciting place for the girls to play. As I mentioned, I'm on top of a little office in between the bleachers, and we've got a couple of light poles in the way, but you know what? We're going to work around it like we always do. Give you the best view we can. I will be back. The girls are about to come on the ice. We'll get the warm-up clock started. I will be back with you to call the game. All right, here come the Nucci's out onto the ice. I'm going to get the angle right here. Hold on 1 second. Nucci's are going to go into their warm-up, and they're going to wear their home yellow jerseys with the yellow numerals on the sleeves, the back numerals on the back, the black numerals on the back, and the black pants, and the yellow helmets as always. And the North Pittsburgh Wildcats over here to my right are going to be in their black jerseys with the white and aqua trim as they start skating to warm up. So we'll go through the injury roster for your Nucci's again. We've got Holt still out nursing a melon. Shout out to Kaylin. She couldn't be here today, so hello, Miss Holt. Hope you're watching. And then we've got Claire Dixon, who needs 2 pages for her injuries. She's got a melon, she's got a wrist, and now apparently an ankle. So I told Frank and Gina they need to buy some bubble wrap and wrap that kid up and put her on the shelf. She's currently down with 3 different injuries, so good luck to Claire as she continues to mend from those injuries. We got Scarlatelli back from her melon injury. She's out on the ice today. Kaylin, if you're watching, she must have used more lotion than you did on her melon. Hers got fixed more quickly as a result. For those of you that don't know or don't follow the rink stories, I told Kaylin a few weeks ago that the best way to heal her melon is to rub lotion on it. Of course, I was kidding, but just trying to bring a smile to her face. Hopefully she didn't take me seriously, because if she did, then Trish and Neil have a bunch of greasy pillowcases that they need to wash. Nonetheless, we've got 1:13 to go on the warm-up clock, and we will pick them up, put them away, get this game underway here at the Hunt Armory. I will admit to you, I'm a little under the weather dealing with my annual sinus challenges. So if I go on mute, I'm probably coughing or trying to clear things up to give you a clear broadcast. There shouldn't be any music. I don't see any speakers, so we shouldn't have musical issues here today. All right, with 15 seconds to go, they're going to pick them up, they're going to put them away. We're going to get this game underway. And there's the buzzer. Seem to have some type of a protective equipment issue over here. We've got Adam and Michael and Coach Eric looking at the padding that separates the bench from the penalty box while they try to get that lined up. Eric hits it with a stick, make sure it's going to stay. We certainly don't need any more melon injuries on this team. Girls are doing their pregame net huddle. Looks like we're going to play 15-minute periods. I will reset that clock to 15. Girls are going to go get some final instruction from Coach Eric, Coach Michael, and Coach Shireen today. Coach Cam and Coach Jason absent from this special edition of Penn's Elite 12U Attanucci Hockey from Hunt Armory. Rink manager was gracious enough to put me up here on this roof and give us the Wi-Fi password, so we are stable and ready to go. Tina Mrazek used this for the 10U Attanucci's prior to this and said it worked out well, so looking forward to having a nice stable connection for once. And that's a view of center ice. Not quite on the red line, but we've got these poles. Looks like some type of emergency lighting. I don't want to create a challenge. And here we go as goaltender Howe skates to my right. We've got Stevens, Scarlatelli, and we await a center. Looks like it's going to be Claherty. We're going to come out here with McVeigh and Zivkovic back. Zebra checks with the goalies. And we're underway. Clardy has it, pokes it backwards, sends it over to the wall. Scarlatelli turns, sends it in deeper. Wildcats player picks it up there. Stevens chops at it, holds it. She brings it around through the center of the neutral zone, skates around one player, comes over to the far side, shoots, misses to the far side. Clardy in behind the net now. Clardy tries to center, loses it. Scarlatelli picks it up, back from the Mellon injury. Tried to center to Stevens, couldn't get it through. Clardy couldn't get it through. Wildcats poke it to the near wall. Back to the point, Zivkovic holds. She throws it towards the net from there. Goalie covers that, and we're going to get a face-off with 14:26 first period, near circle. Wholesale change. Shannon Mrazek, Makasenka, Blinka, and Betzler come out on D. Makasenka going to step in and take this draw. Wins it over Shannon. Shannon puts it into the Zebra's feet. Up the near wall now. Wildcats come back through center. They poke it past Blinka into the near corner, where Blinka's going to pick it up the near wall. She puts it ahead, tried to anyway, for Makasenka, cut off by a Wildcat. Blinka pushes it to the wall. Makasenka puts a shoulder into that Wildcat. She puts it into Shannon's feet, and they still can't clear it. Makasenka still battling. Betzler this time. She's going to skate it up. This time it comes out back to neutral ice. Mrazek battles for it there. D-to-D pass from the Wildcats over. Makasenka knocked that down. Here she comes up the near side, loses the puck into the corner. Wildcats player beats her to it. They're going to battle there. Wildcats going to bring it up the near wall. Sorry, I lost the stream there. Hopefully it's back. I have no way to know. I think it should be back. App crashed on me, and it should be back now, so it looks like it's back to me. Clock's down to 13:14. My clock's messed up because of the app crash. I'm going to let it run until it gets back in sync. No score. Wildcats with the puck here. Warner takes it off that Wildcat up the near wall. They continue to battle. Bukovic put it off the Zebra. Warner battles here on the near wall. Wildcats come down the near side. Shoots, blocked by Bukovic to the end wall. I'm about 40 seconds ahead. We'll get caught up next break. 40 seconds behind, rather. Puck in the near corner. Now Warner. Now Bukovic. Bukovic tried to push it through to Gaffney, couldn't. Now Bukovic picks it up. She skates it out. Head past to Clardy. It's behind her. And the Wildcats chase it down on the far wall. Wildcats player dumps it behind the net, where another one picks it up, brings it up the near wall. They bring it back through the center of the zone. Wildcats coming in. Bukovic needs a hurry. She can't get there. And they beat Howe low on the, it's either 5-hole or glove side. And with 12:19 to go, that's going to be 1-0 Wildcats. So I'll fix the clock. And the Wildcats are up 1-0. On an early goal that beat Howe low. Makasenka, Stevens, and Scarlatelli. Wildcats win that drawback. Put it back through center ice. Come up the near wall. Stevens poking. Wildcats player shoots, misses far side. They pick it up there. Scarlatelli tries to chip it out, can't. Stevens overskates. Wildcats player has it in the center, backhand. It's in some piece of Howe's goaltending equipment. She didn't know where. Zebra sufficiently believed it was covered, and we got a whistle. So Makasenka's going to stay out there with Scarlatelli and Stevens, it looks like. Zivkovic and Betzler back. Wildcats win that drawback. Send it through the center, over to the near wall. Now behind the net. Puck to the far corner behind the Zebra. Wildcats try to center, comes through the goal mouth to the near corner. They're going to shoot from there, blocked by Zivkovic, and here comes Stevens. She loses the handle center ice. Wildcats push it D-to-D. Makasenka overskates. Scarlatelli chips it ahead. It's going to go down the near wall into the corner, and they're going to whistle it dead on an icing with 11:32 to go. So we'll come back down here, which should be the near circle, for for this draw. Clardy, Gaffney, Shannon. Bukovich and Blinka back. With the clock in sync here as they win it back to Blinka. Blinka turns it over, shot, misses near side. All the way around, Bukovich hurries. She gets there, chips it up the wall, but not out. Gaffney battles, loses that battle to a Wildcat. They shoot, miss far side, puck into the near corner. They pick it up there. Blinka battling. Clardy pokes it up the wall, and here she comes. Clardy through center ice. Around one Wildcat, forgot the puck. Over to the far wall, Gaffney holds momentarily. This time they chip it ahead. Here they come, up the far wall. Bukovich chips it ahead, but not out. Clardy dragged it back in. This time she does chip it out. Wildcats send it in deep into the near corner. They're going to change at least their D pair as the puck comes with Shannon up the near wall. Shannon skating across the top of the zone. Shannon shoots, misses near side. Puck in the near corner. Well, Blinka's going to pick it up. She cheats in. Blinka has to backpedal, and she can't hold it. And Wildcats poke it ahead. Bukovich puts it ahead to Clardy. Clardy up the near side, or far side rather. Around Shannon, Wildcat takes that puck away. Shannon battling with a Wildcat in front of their bench, backhands it into the center. Clardy couldn't get a stick on it. Zivkovic knocks it down, backhands it in behind the net. Well, Shannon's going to try to pick it up. Gaffney throws it towards the net. Shannon behind the net. Gaffney there battles, hits it with her stick, doesn't go far. Over to Clardy in her feet. Clardy shoots. Goalie goes down. Puck was loose. Shannon fell down. Couldn't put it in an empty net. And the Wildcats are going to send it up the point. Zivkovic's going to hold it, at least momentarily. And now the Wildcats are going to send it out. They're going to come back around. Zivkovic backhands it along the blue line. Wildcat beats McVeigh, chips it in deeper. Now in behind the net for Zivkovic. Zivkovic skating with it up the near side. She puts it ahead, and Clardy does pick it up. Here she comes, top of the zone. Tries to skate through two Wildcats, falls down, loses the puck, collides with Mrazek, where Blinka picks it up. Blinka sends it in, but both Mrazek and Clardy were offsides after their collision in our zone. So we're going to go to center ice for this draw after that collision. Warner, Mrazek, and Makasenka. Zebra directed traffic on that far end of the circle. Makasenka pushes it ahead. Wildcats defensive player picks it up, sends it into the zone where Betzler sends it back. They wave off the icing. They rule that Wildcat could have touched it. Warner collides with a Wildcat. Blinka fell down on the near wall, and here come the Wildcats. Mrazek hurries. Nice cross-ice pass. They forgot the puck. Blinka separated that player from the puck. Here comes Betzler. Betzler skating ahead, tried to put it to Warner, couldn't. Wildcats come back the other way. Blinka sends it ahead. This time it trickles through everybody. They wave off the icing again. And here come the Wildcats. Too far. Bukovich is going to pick that up. Send it off Mrazek's skates. Warner picks it up. Warner coming through the top of the zone. She loses the puck to the near wall. Warner and a Wildcat go hard into the wall. Puck in behind the net now. Mrazek's going to be the first one there. She's going to try to send it back behind the net. Can't. Wildcats take it from her. Put it in McVeigh's feet. McVeigh backhands it deeper. Wildcats pick it up. And here they come. Mrazek cut that off. Warner spins and turns. Warner shoots. Hits a Wildcat in the head as he ducked down to block it. And they're going to send it up the far wall. Makasenka's going to hold that one. He's going to dance around one Wildcat. He's going to get a shot off. Stopped by the goalie. Puck near corner. Now around Warner. Makasenka tipped it to Warner. Warner tried to put it back to Makasenka through her feet. Now Makasenka's looking for Stevens. Scarlatelli cut that off. She put it over to Stevens, but it was bouncing. She couldn't get a stick on it. Stevens centers for McVeigh. McVeigh throws it towards the net block. Makasenka shoots. Saved by the goalie. Wildcats pick it up far corner. Makasenka knocked that one down. Scarlatelli can't hold it. Bukovich is going to have to pick it up. Between the red and the far blue, Bukovich skates it in as Stevens clears. Bukovich up the near side, dumps it in behind the net. Comes up the far wall. McVeigh holds it. She tries to throw it in deeper. Stevens picks it up. Stevens with a shot. Goalie catches that in the glove. And with 7 minutes even, we'll get a face-off in which should be the far circle. So they're going to leave Clardy, Scarlatelli, and Stevens out there, but replace the defensive pairing with Betzler and Zivkovic. Clardy steps in for this draw. She puts it over towards Stevens, who pokes it into the corner. Wildcats player tips it up in the air. Scarlatelli circling, puts a nice shoulder into that player. They battle along the wall. Now Stevens backhands it ahead. Zivkovic battling. They poke it out, Wildcats. Betzler chips it ahead for Clardy. Here comes Clardy, Scarlatelli on her left. She forgot the puck, which Scarlatelli overskated, and Clardy got decked by a Wildcats player from the bench who put his arm out and just clotheslined her. Zebra didn't see it. Not sure how that happens. Clock's down to 6:32. I'll be in sync here, and close enough. As the Wildcats backhand that out. Clardy tried to pick it up, couldn't. Puck off the wall. It's in Stevens' feet. She's going to turn with it. Send it over to Betzler. Betzler leaves it along the wall. Wildcats player picks it up there. Shoots on goaltender Howell. She pushes it to the far corner, where Clardy's going to chip it ahead, but not out. This time it's going to be Betzler. Betzler skates it out. Betzler ahead to Clardy. Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli around one, drops it off for Betzler. Betzler shoots, doesn't get it all the way through, in behind the net. Center, nobody there. Wildcats cut that off. Blinka's going to hold the point. Blinka's going to shoot, miss badly to the far side. Clardy's going to step in and chip it in deeper. Stevens around the wall. Blinka cheats up. Blinka throws it in deeper. Throw it back to Blinka. She holds it again. Puck comes into the center for Scarlatelli. Weakly to the net. Clardy was there, couldn't get a stick on it. Puck back to center. Bakovic just jumped onto the ice. We're going to get a whistle. Not sure for what. Penalty. Clardy on a cross check with 5:28 to go. So your Pens are going to be shorthanded. They come down here. She was frustrated after getting clotheslined by a player on the bench. Makasenka's going to step in for this draw. Shorthanded with Blinka, Shannon, and what looks to be Bakovic. Bakovic on the wall, backhands it, doesn't go out. Shoot, goaltender Howe knocked that to the near far corner. Bakovic backhands it up the wall, Makasenka. Makasenka's going to skate it out. She's going to lose it center ice, regain it, still skating, shoots, misses near side. Puck behind the net. Shannon with it now. Shannon throws it back behind the net. They continue to battle. Puck loose in front. Wildcats throw it to the far wall. Pass behind this Wildcats player. He has to wait for it. As shot blocked by Blinka. And here comes Shannon. Two Wildcats back though. Shannon around one. Shoots. Goalie knocks that down. Covers it. 4:38 to go. 40 seconds in the penalty to Clardy. And a minute and a half at 15-minute periods. So we're going to get a draw, I would imagine, in that far circle. Makasenka's going to take this draw. Makasenka, Shannon, Zivkovic, and McVeigh. Puck into the far corner. Wildcats pick it up behind the net. They're going to bring it through the zone. Makasenka applies some pressure. They dump it in. McVeigh throws it back out. Makasenka picks it up there. She's skating through center ice. Around Shannon. Makasenka still skating. Loses the puck. Zivkovic comes over. Wildcats pick it up there. McVeigh turns. Throws it back into the zone deep. There's 11 seconds left on Clardy's cross check. As the Wildcats bring it around behind their own net. Bouncing pass. Zivkovic holds it. Battle along the near wall. They throw it all the way down. Clardy jumps out of the box. And that's going to be an icing. So we've got 3:52 to go. Clock wasn't running again. I don't know why. 3:52 to go. We're going to come back down here. Claherty, Warner, and Mrazek with Betzler and Blinka. Claherty steps in, draws it back. She comes out of there with it, skates across the top of the zone, backhands it to a Wildcat. It's in her feet. She turns, chops it. Warner has it now. Warner skates in with it, gets a shot off, misses far side as she falls down. Mrazek picks it up on the far wall. Battling with Claherty and a couple of Wildcats players. Claherty comes out of there with it. Claherty around the backside, reverses direction. Still dancing with it. Tries to put it over to Mrazek, can't. She still has it along the wall. Turns again. Tries to center, can't get it through. Oh, Mrazek poked that one in. Looks like a center, and I believe Elena Mrazek would have poked that in, unless Claherty put it off the back of the goalie. I'm not sure. Either way, back of the net. And that ties it up. Claherty's celebrating like she put it off the back of the goalie. But either way, it found the back of the net, and it's tied. So Claherty steps in to take this draw. Zebra's taking a long time here with the draws. Wildcats come out of there with it, and here comes Claherty. 3 Wildcats to beat. Claherty comes across the top of the zone, gets around one, loses the puck into the corner. Now Claherty loses the puck to a Wildcat, and here they come the other way. Mrazek picks it up, turns. Mrazek's going to get a shot off, knocked down by the goalie, and he's going to cover it with 2:56 to go first period. As Stevens almost fell coming on the ice. Stevens, Makasenka, Scarlatelli, Bukovic, and McVeigh back. Makasenka comes out of there with it. She turns and shoots. Goalie knocks that down and covers it. 2:51. Same players, same circle, different time on the clock. Makasenka steps in again. She draws it over to Stevens. Stevens dances with it, throws it in behind the net. Scarlatelli turns and looks. She pushes it up the wall to Bukovic. Bukovic threw it towards the net, blocked by a Wildcat, where they're going to battle along the wall. Stevens comes out of there with it. She backhands it off Scarlatelli's legs, and here come the Wildcats. Puck along the blue line. Wildcats gain the zone up the far wall. Stevens applying some pressure. Wildcats player stops. McVeigh applying some pressure. Wildcats player still with the puck behind the net. Tried to center, broken up by Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli skating with it, loses the puck, drops it off for Stevens. Here comes Stevens. Stevens falls down, puts it ahead to Makasenka. Not sure what happened there. As Bukovic comes out of there with it, bounces it off the wall behind the zebra, Wildcats hold. Here comes Makasenka. I thought we heard a whistle. Wildcats stop momentarily. Here comes Makasenka up the far wall, shoots, misses near side. Might have been blocked. She threw it through the goal mouth. Nobody was there. At least nobody with a stick down. As the Wildcats come back the other way, they're going to dump it into the near corner from there. Now they have it in behind the net, where Stevens picks it up, chops it around. Makasenka chops it further up, and it comes out, where the Wildcats are going to pick it up with their blue line. They're going to throw it back the other way. It's going to come into the near corners. The Pens couldn't touch it. They were going to change. Bukovic sends it ahead. Wildcats pick it up deep in their own defensive zone. Claherty picks it up in the corner. She comes out of there with it. She's got some room. She had a shot, didn't take it. Takes the shot now, and the goalie's going to make that save. Thought she had a decent look coming across the left side of the net. Chose to go around to the right side, and that let the goalie square up a little bit more. She's going to step in and take this draw. Wildcats win. Wildcats behind their own net near wall. Send it back through the center of the zone. Now a head pass here, too far for this player into the near corner. With 36 to go first period. Chip it back to the point. Throw it in deeper. Backhand. Goaltender Howe got something on it, pushed it behind the net. Betzler battles with a Wildcat, 25 to go. They come out front. Puck up high off the glass. Wildcats have it far circle. They throw it through the middle. Nobody could get a stick on it. Howe was down. They had the right side of the net as you look at it open. That puck behind Clawhern in front of the Wildcats bench. Gaffney cut that off. She backhanded it to a Wildcats player. Bouncing puck through center ice with 4 seconds to go. Blinka chips it to the near wall. That's going to be the end of the first period, so we played one. And it is 1-1. I'm going to go and mute me back for period number 2. So Hal's going to take the long skate to my left. Warner, Makasenka, and Mrazek come out for period number 2. Bukovic, Blinka back. They've switched directions and get this game back underway. 15-minute periods. Wildcats win another draw. Here they come up the near wall. Mrazek with a shoulder into a player. Now Makasenka with a shoulder into that same player. Into the near corner. Mrazek picks it up there. She gets around one player. Here she comes up the far wall. She throws it ahead to Makasenka, who loses it, but Warner picks it up. Warner with Makasenka to her left. Colleen Warner gets around a player, couldn't get a shot off. And the puck, Wildcats do on the near wall, send it up past the zebra. And here comes a Wildcats player. Blinka turned the wrong way. She recovers. Player stopped. Gets a shot off. It's down in front. It's loose in front. Howe can't get a piece of equipment on it. Makasenka picks that up and comes through the neutral zone with a head of steam. 3 Wildcats back. Kylie to the far wall. She gets around that player. Shoots. Goaltender knocks that down behind the net. She picks it back up. Going to battle behind the net. Now Mrazek's going to join in. Puck loose. Wildcats come out of there with it. Wildcats up the near wall. Cut off by Warner, who has to wait for the zone to clear. We were changing. This is the second period change. It's a little more challenging. Wildcats come down the near wall. Here where Stevens, or no, that's Clawhern. Clawhardy's going to pick it up. She's got Warner ahead of her. Warner leveled a kid at center ice as Stevens picks up the puck. Here she comes. Stevens gets a shot off, misses far side. Goalie knocked that down. It would have missed anyway from the angle I'm standing. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. Stevens sticks a stick in there. Wildcats throw it in behind the net where McVeigh's going to pick it up. McVeigh's going to bounce it over the zebra's head to the wall. And they're going to battle along the wall. Clawhardy, Zivkovic's going to pick it up there. She's going to try to clear it. She's going to skate it out. She's going to backhand it ahead. Clawhardy knocks it down, loses it to a Wildcat. Stripes is in the way over there again. And here comes Clawhardy. 2 Wildcats back. Clawhardy shoots, misses far side. Stevens skates in with 2 Wildcats. Stevens comes out of there with the puck. Tried to put it across for Clawhardy, who's behind her. McVeigh cheats in, throws it nice in front for Clawhardy. She can't do anything with it, though. She loses it to a Wildcat. It's a nice pass by McVeigh, though. Puck loose along the red line. Player skates around Zivkovic with it. Now around McVeigh, misses to the near side. Puck in the corner, where Clawhardy's going to pick it up. She comes through one Wildcats player, loses the puck to the wall. Now Stevens picks it up and has to wait for Claherty to get out. Stevens gets knocked down. She's on top of a Wildcats player. And that puck's going to be loose at the top of the zone. Stevens picks it up, has to wait for Scarlatelli to get out. Scarlatelli gets out. Here comes Stevens. Stevens with a shot. Goalie knocks that down in front. McVeigh picks it up at the point. McVeigh throws it in front, too far for Claherty. Or, I'm sorry, Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli's going to skate through there. Puck comes bouncing through the center. Goes behind the net now. Wildcats send it through, and we're going to make a wholesale offensive change at least. Two of them. Scarlatelli stayed out there. Goaltender Howe's going to push that into the near corner. Wildcats have it behind them. This time it's going to be Makasenko. Makasenko with Scarlatelli ahead of her. Makasenko up the far wall. 3 Wildcats back. She gets around 1. 2 more. Kylie gets a shot off, but she fell, and they blocked it behind the net. Betzler has it at the point. Betzler throws it off a Wildcat, and it's loose at center ice, and here comes a Wildcat. Betzler has to hurry over there. Player gets around Betzler. Nice pass. Goaltender Howe with a big save in front of the net as the Wildcats pick it up neutral ice. Over to the red line. Wildcats gain the zone down the far wall. They're clear. Push the puck in behind the net. Bad bounce off the boards where Betzler's going to pick it up. Throw it to the far wall. Shannon's going to hurry over. Here comes Shannon. Shannon shoots, blocked by a Wildcat, misses near side. Puck in behind the net now, around all the way up the far wall where McVeigh's going to pick it up. McVeigh has it in her feet, can't advance it. Wildcats are going to throw it, and that should be an icing. So with 10:28 to go, we'll come back down here to the far corner where Stripes is ready to drop the puck. For Warner, Claherty, Mrazek with Bukovic and McVeigh back. Puck comes back to Bukovic. Bukovic throws it on the net. Tendy pushes it over to the corner. Where Mrazek's battling with a couple of Wildcats. Now Claherty comes in to help. Mrazek fell down. Here come the Wildcats up the near wall. Bukovic breaks up the head pass. She's going to throw it down the far wall. Where Claherty's going to pick it up. Claherty tried to center for Warner, couldn't get it through. And here comes North Pittsburgh. Warner took that off a player. She fell down. They battle in front of the bench, and North Pittsburgh gains the zone where Bukovic puts it back ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek up the near wall. Tried to put it over to Claherty, but Claherty had overskated it. North Pittsburgh clears. Now they got the head pass up. Players coming around McVeigh. It's off a shot. Goaltender Howe blocked that with the pad. Into the near corner. Wildcats have it in the near corner. Dancing with it, knocked down by Mrazek, and here comes Claherty. It's in her feet. There she comes. Tries to get around one player, can't. Deep into the corner. She falls down, loses the puck. And they send it around the wall. Stripes in the way. Puck loose, top of the zone. McVeigh comes in. McVeigh gets a shot off. Claherty tipped it into the near corner. That puck loose. Now here comes a Wildcat who loses it. Bukovic tried to poke it over to Scarlatelli, cut off by a Wildcat, and here they come. Picked off sides to me, no call. And missed to the near side. Puck in the corner now. Scarlatelli blocked that shot. Here she comes up the far wall. Scarlatelli up the far wall. Still skating. It's pushed into the corner, now behind the net, where she loses the puck. Wildcats throw it up the near wall. Betzler holds the point, at least for now. Stevens with a shot off the side of the net into the corner. Stevens takes a swipe at it. Wildcats come up the near wall. Wildcats up the near wall, into the corner. Stops, surveys, throws it in the front. Wildcats player picks it up off that tip, shoots. Goaltender Howe has that in her glove. And that will get us a stoppage with 7:59 to play. So we'll go to the far circle. Clardy, Shannon. I think that's Warner on the far wing. Gaffney and Betzler. Oh no, it's Zivkovic. Clardy, Shannon, Betzler. Zivkovic and Gaffney. As Betzler brings it up the near wall. Ahead to Clardy. Clardy gets around one player. Can't get around that player. She comes in on the net. Everybody plows the tendy. Gaffney can't get a stick on it. It goes by Zivkovic. And they're not going to get an ice in here as it's going to stop. Betzler's going to backhand it. Turn over to a Wildcat. Zivkovic knocks it out of there ahead to Shannon. Shannon skating. Shannon still skating. Gets off a shot. Goaltender knocks that down. Here come the Wildcats. Wildcats up the wall. Bukovic is going to have to chase this down. But she won't get there. And it's going to be an ice. So 7:10 to go. Come back down here. Frank's showing the shots 17-9 in favor of the Pens. This goaltender Barber skates to my left and relieves Howe halfway through this special occasion game from Hunt Armory. Makasenka's going to step in and take this draw. Warner and Mrazek. Bukovic and Blinkenback. Zuber checking traffic here, and Wildcats win another one. They send it up the near wall. Bukovic can't hold the point. She turns it over to a Wildcat. Warner picked that up. Here comes Makasenka. Makasenka gets a shot off. Tendy knocks that down. Covers it up. 6:55. So we're going to go to the far circle. Makasenka, Warner, Mrazek. Bukovic and Blinken. Makasenka's going to take this draw. It's in Kylie's feet. Wildcats come out of there with it up the near wall. Dancing through center, they crisscross. Still crisscrossing. And beat goaltender Barber high on the blocker side. I think she thought it was coming at her head. She raised all of her goaltending equipment to cover her head and got beat on the blocker side. So the puck was a little further to the left than she thought it was. Left on your screen, her right. And it beat her on the blocker. So it's 2-1 Wildcats, 6:41 to go second period. Stevens, Scarlatelli, and Clardy. Wildcats win another one. They're offsides this time. And we're going to go to the far dot in front of their bench. Clardy is stepping in on another one that the Wildcats win. Poke it out. Wildcats don't clear the zone, and they're offsides. So same player, same circle, different time. We'll do it again. Wildcats win another draw. Zivkovic chips it ahead to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli to Clardy. Clardy loses the puck into the corner. Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli tried to center, too far for Stevens. Zivkovic's going to step up. She throws it towards the net. Clardy tips it behind. Stevens is open. Clardy didn't see her. Puck behind the net now. Stevens comes out of there with it, loses it, and here come the Wildcats. Stevens picks that up top of our defensive zone. She's going to skate with it. She puts it over to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli gets it ahead too far for Clardy into the near corner. Wildcats up the wall. McVeigh holds. Too far for Stevens. Up the wall again it comes. McVeigh has to retreat. And Betzler's going to send it ahead for Clardy. Too far. Clardy was offsides. Actually, that might have been Scarlatelli. Oh, no, that was Clardy. That was Clardy. Clardy was offsides, so we're going to go. This might be center ice, we'll see. I think it's going to be. Oh, no, Stripes is going to go to that circle in front of our bench. Wildcats win another draw. Shannon cut that off, threw it in front of the net. Makasenka swiped at it, missed far side. Makasenka throws it to the center. There's nobody there. It goes past Blinka. Blinka's going to pick it up in the corner. No icing since we sent it down. Chips it in behind stripes, back to the point, past a Wildcats player. This Wildcat will pick it up. Backhanded past Gaffney, where Shannon chipped it in deeper. Shannon's battling with a cat in the corner. Now they come up with it behind their own net. Going to come up the near wall. Head pass. Shot there, missed to the near side. And that one, I think they shot that off the back of Barber. Either that or it was loose in front of the net and poked it in. I didn't quite see it. Either way, it beat Barber again, and it's now 3-1. I freely admit I didn't see how that one went in, but I saw Barber on her knees with the look of dejection when the puck is behind her. And that's 3-1. So Clardy back out with Mrazek and Warner. McVeigh and Bukovic back. 4:34 to go. Wildcats win another one. Here they come up the near far wall. Turning. Puck loose in front. Wildcat picked it up, tipped it. Lieutenant Barber made that save. In behind now. Still have it in behind. Come out with it, center it, through an open goal mouth, not in. Center it again. Bukovic kicks it off the doorstep, at least momentarily. It's still loose in front. Now it comes over here to the near wall. Wildcats hold the point, try to get a shot off there, can't. Puck's still loose. Claherty on the near wall. Just gonna take it in behind the net. Up the far wall now. She loses the puck to a Wildcat. Poke it in deep. Throw it in behind them. And McVeigh chips it up the wall. Wildcats hold. McVeigh chips it up again. Wildcats hold. Shot. Goaltender Barber knocked that down. Dangerous rebound in front of the net. Mrazek cleared that off the doorstep. Now behind the net, McVeigh. Bukovic turns, goes the other way. Puts it up the far wall to Warner. Warner skating with it. Still skating with it. Claherty stops, lets his own clear. Warner gets a shot off, blocked high, off the glass behind the net. Wildcats have it near corner. They put it ahead too far. They wave off the icing as Betzler sends it around. Wildcats hold the point, shoot, tipped. Wildcats push it to the far corner. Still dancing with it. Claherty cut that player off, and she pokes it around to the near wall. Here she comes. Coming up the near side, gets around one Wildcat player, comes into the front, shoots, and hits the side of the net on the near side. She's going to go to the bench. Betzler holds the point, throws it in the center for Scarlatelli too far. Zivkovic steps up, chops it down deep. Wildcats have it in the far corner. Scarlatelli holds it. Backhands it to Stevens, who puts it in front for Makasenka. Couldn't get her stick on it. Makasenka in front for Scarlatelli. Stevens picks it up. Can't hold it. Zivkovic picks it up top of the point. She throws it in deeper. Wildcats have it there. Stevens couldn't get a stick down, bouncing puck. Zivkovic has it at the point again. Throws it into the goalie. We're going to get a draw with 1:53. We'll go to the far circle. It's going to be Scarlatelli, Makasenka, and Stevens with Bukovic and Blinka. Wildcats win another one. Scarlatelli picks it up. Oh, Wildcats player put it on his own net. Puck over to the near corner. Bukovic chips it in deeper. Around too far for Stevens. They chip it up the far wall. Bad bounce. Gets by Blinka, and Bukovic is going to chase that down. But not before. We get an icing with 1:30 to go. Back down here, Clardy, Gaffney, Shannon, Buckovich, and Blinken. Clardy takes the draw. Wildcats win another one. They send it in behind the net. Up the wall. Clardy chips it in deeper. She turned and fell low mouth to the near wall now. Wildcats are going to win that race. They send it back. Buckovich tried to hold it in, couldn't. And we're going to get an offsides with 57 to go. Second period. Come here to this near dot. Clardy, Shannon, Gaffney, McVeigh, and Zivkovic. Wildcats win another one. Here they come. Around Zivkovic. Barber with a save, pokes it to the far corner. Puck loose in front. Clardy picks it up behind the net. There she comes up the near wall. Lost the puck to a Wildcat, top of the circle, and they're going to come back the other way with 35 seconds to go. That chipped off a stick. Clardy picks it up again. She falls down, loses the puck. Shannon up the far wall. Shannon stopped, lost the puck. Clardy overskated far wall. Zivkovic throws it towards the net, blocked by a Wildcat into the near corner. 17 to go. Head pass cut off by Zivkovic. She chips it ahead to Shannon. Shannon loses it on the far wall. Mrazek overskates. She throws it into the center for Gaffney. Gaffney loses it to a Wildcat, and that's going to do it for two. So we played two. It's 3-1 Wildcats. I'm going to put this thing on mute as Dixon comes out of the penalty box with her crutches. Heads over to the bench. I will be back for number 3. All right, Barber skates to my right. Makasenko, Mrazek, Warner, Blinka, and Betzler. Zebra checks with the goaltenders. Here we go. Wildcats win another one. Here they come. Mrazek steps in, knocks a Wildcat down, and here comes Betzler. Betzler through center ice with the puck. To the far wall. Betzler centers, couldn't get it through to Makasenko. Blinka's over here covering her up high. Mrazek was covering the far point. Now Makasenko has it in the circles, throws it towards the net, and a Wildcats player put it in his own net. Wildcats player put it in his own net there. So that's going to be 3-2. Probably give that to Makasenko. She was the last Penguin to touch it. Shots are 23-14 in favor of the Pens. Clardy, Stevens, Scarlatelli, McVeigh, and Zebra's back here talking to one of our defensive players. It's Buckovich. God knows what she did. this one trickles to the near wall. Buckovich tries to chip it ahead. They battle there along the wall, and here comes Scarlatelli with the puck. She loses it to a Wildcat. Stevens pokes it ahead to Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli back to Stevens. Stevens centers for Claherty. She never stick down. Now Claherty with it on the far wall. It's in her feet. Can't get it through to Stevens. She leaves it for Buckovich. He turns it over, and here come the Wildcats the other way. It's going to be a breakaway here. Goaltender Barber knocks that to the near corner with a nice save. As Claherty and a Wildcat fall down, here comes Stevens. Stevens with a Wildcat on her left shoulder. Stevens rips a shot, but Scarlatelli's going to be offsides. I would like to have seen Stevens go in a little deeper with that shot. She ripped it from where she thought she needed to, and Scarlatelli beat her into the zone. Claherty steps in for this draw. Zebra's having a conference. Claherty pushes this one back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic turns it over to a Wildcat. Here comes that Wildcat up the far wall. Right in front of goaltender Barber. Barber bailed her out and made a nice save. That puck comes over to the near wall, where Claherty tries to pick it up. She does. Here she comes up the near wall, kicking at it. She went into the zone ahead of the puck. I can't believe they didn't call the offsides there. Wildcats player had a stick in Claherty's chest. Center, Stevens centered, and we're going to get a whistle here. They are going to call that hook. So I think the yelling from the bench encouraged the referee to call the hook. The stick was definitely in there, though. And the Wildcats are going to be short. So Shannon, Makasenka, and Gaffney on the power play with Betzler and Zivkovic back. Got a 90-second penalty here on the Wildcats. Come to the near circle with 13-16 to go. Wildcats win another draw. Here they come, short-handed, around Shannon, around Zivkovic. Shot, goaltender Barber knocks that to the far corner. Betzler ahead for Gaffney. Betzler ahead this time, and it's going to be an icing. So not a good start to this power play. As we're going to come back down here with the power play. Take a draw on our defensive zone. Minute 7 to go in the penalty to the Wildcats. 23-17 Pens, the shot clock. And it is getting noticeably cooler in here all of a sudden. Probably hear some type of a humming noise or some type of a motor running. I don't know if that's bringing in outside air or what, but it's getting cooler. Wildcats up the near corner. Dance around Blinka. Puck loose in front. Makasenka clears that off the doorstep. We got a Wildcat down behind the play if we hurry. Here comes Makasenka. Chips it ahead to Shannon. It's basically a 3-on-2 at this point. Shannon stops. Shannon shoots. Goaltender is going to cover that one. And with 12:31 to go, 12:30 actually, we're going to get Claherty's going to step out here with Warner and Mrazek. Half the penalty time's gone. We're going to go to the far circle. Linka and Buckovich back. Wildcats win another one. Face-offs are not going our way today as the Wildcats chip it up the wall behind stripes. And here they come short-handed. Warner chips it off that player's stick, but he's going to regain it. Throw it in front of the net. Nobody there, near corner. Now Warner has trouble corralling it. She's going to lose the puck there as she falls down. Wildcats send it in deeper. 17 seconds to go in the penalty. We can't get it out of our defensive zone. Short-handed. Wildcats have it. Buckovich picks it up. As Claherty falls down the middle of our defensive zone. Here comes Buckovich up the near wall. Buckovich around, drops it off for Mrazek. Mrazek shoots, misses near side, or far side rather. Blinka skates in deep. Claherty covers, puck loose in front. Wildcats push it up the wall and out. Blinka's going to corral it, send it over to Claherty. Clarity has it, center ice. She keeps skating, but forgets the puck at the red line. Here come the Wildcats. Shot, goaltender Barber gloves that one. Only 11:20 to go. We're going to get a face-off in our defensive zone. Makasenka steps in. She comes out of there with it, chips it up the wall past everybody. Scarlatelli turns on the Jets. Wildcats beat her to it. Lose the puck. Stevens picks it up, throws it behind the net. Zivkovic's going to come in deep, throw it in behind the net. Makasenka now. Stevens wanted it. Makasenka couldn't get it to her. Stevens wants it again. Makasenka top right corner. And that's 3-3. Kylie buries one top right. And all of a sudden, with 10:56 to go, we got ourselves a tie game. Makasenka breaks through. She's been a little frustrated. They'll probably give her credit for the second one, which was tipped in by a Wildcat, but that one she put in on her own. And it's now 3-2, or 3-3 rather. So she's gonna step in, take another draw. Wildcats win another one. That's getting a little old. Scarlatelli up the near wall. She throws it towards the net. Goaltender knocked that down. Puck was loose, but he got it covered up. So we're going to go to this near circle here. This thing to focus. There we go. And 10:46, near circle. Shannon, Clarity. Zivkovic had the puck at the point, tried to shoot, couldn't even get a shot off. She falls down. Shannon has the puck center ice now. She loses it. Clarity overskates it. Gaffney overskated it. Now comes back to Clarity, too far. Clarity picks it up top of the zone. Here she comes in. She still has the puck, shoots. Goalie with a nice save there. Clarity got through that time with the puck and had a nice save by the Wildcats goaltender. So 10:23 to go. We'll go to the far circle. And pick up another draw here. Clarity with Gaffney and Shannon. Blanca and Betzler back. Clarity going to take this draw. Wildcats win another one. Betzler holds the point. Shoots it off a Wildcat. Blanca can't keep it in. And here come the Wildcats. Around Clarity. Betzler broke that up and poked it behind the net. Shannon's going to skate over and pick it up, come up the far wall. Here she comes through center ice. She puts it ahead to Clarity. Clarity has the entire Wildcats team on her. And they clear it back to neutral ice where Betzler's going to pick it up and wait for our zone to clear before sending it ahead to Clarity again. Clarity tried to dance around the Wildcat, forgot the puck, and here they come the other way. That pass too far for that Wildcats player to the near wall. Shot on the net, puck loose. Goaltender Barber would say puck's still loose. They continue to battle for it. Now we get a whistle. And they're battling in front of the net. Clarity's throwing some hands back at a Wildcats player who was pushing her. So we get some pushing action in front of goaltender Barber there. Clarity's pushing back. Warner, Makasenka, and Mrazek with Bukovic and can't see who the other one is. Bukovic and McVeigh, looks like back to the point. Wildcats try to put it on net, gets knocked down. Bukovic chips it over to the wall. McVeigh turns, throws it behind stripes. Warner battles there. McVeigh sends it up the wall. They're going to hold the point, send it in deeper. McVeigh battling. Wildcats turn center. They throw it over the far wall. This time it's going to come back to neutral ice. And the Wildcats are going to pick it up. They're going to come up the near wall. Bukovic pokes that play to the corner. In behind. That puck's going to drift back to neutral ice, where a Wildcats player is going to pick it up. Send it ahead. Bukovic picks it up there. Bukovic too far for Makasenka. Wildcats player's going to pick that up. Puck passed too far. McVeigh's going to chase this down in front of the Pens bench. Sends it ahead. Wildcats pick it up top of their zone. They send it ahead again. Player lost the puck. Bukovic has it near corner. 8 minutes to go. 8:20 to go, rather. Shot knocked down by Mrazek. Mrazek ahead too far for Warner. This is going to drift and likely be an icing. So with 8:08, we'll come back down here. Clardy, Stevens, and Scarlatelli with Betzler and Zivkovic. Zebra directed traffic here. Clardy puts it over the corner for Zivkovic. A rare Pens face-off win today. Zivkovic's going to skate it. She puts it ahead to a Wildcat. Scarlatelli's going to try to apply some pressure. Wildcat's going to take it behind the net. Around the corner. Stevens puts a shoulder in, chips that in deeper. That comes back to neutral ice through everybody. Referee puts his arm up. They wave it off. Betzler ahead too far for Stevens. Wildcats have it in the red line. They chip it in, and they're going to be offsides. 7:28 to go. Come to center ice for this draw. Clardy, Scarlatelli, Stevens. Blinka and Bukovic. Clardy puts it over here for Blinka. Blinka up the near wall. Wildcats cut it off there. Off of Scarlatelli's skate. Puck comes into the zone. Stevens going to chase around. Player's going to reverse direction. Scarlatelli applying pressure. Puck loose to the top of the zone. Stevens can't hold it. Here come the Wildcats. Stevens pulled that player down, no call. Wildcats on the far wall. Bukovic has it in deep. She turns, can't poke it up the wall. Stevens is going to turn ahead to Clardy. Clardy backhands it, her. She comes up the far wall. Clardy into the center. Still skating with it. This time she's knocked down, loses the puck. Stevens overskated. Blinka picks it up. Blinka flips it off the side of the net. Stevens picks it up behind. Stevens turns, throws it over to Blinka. Scarlatelli centers. Clardy turns, shoots, knocked down by the goaltender in a cover before Stevens could get there with her stick. 6:26. Go to the far corner. Tie game. Akasenka, Shannon, and Gaffney. Zivkovic and McVeigh. Akasenka put it over to Gaffney. Couldn't do anything with it. It's stuck in her feet. And now the Wildcats are going to come up the far wall. Around McVeigh. Zivkovic stopped that player. McVeigh tried to clear. Couldn't. Puck loose along the red or the blue line. McVeigh turns. The Wildcats player still has it. Gets a shot off. Going to get a penalty here on the Penguins. Looks like it's going to be McVeigh for slashing. So McVeigh's going to go sit for a minute and a half in a poorly timed penalty. We're going to get a face-off far circle. And on the penalty kill, we're going to have Akasenka and Gaffney, Zivkovic and Shannon. Akasenka puts it over to Gaffney. Akasenka chases down in the corner herself. Around to Zivkovic. Zivkovic behind the net. She stops, she turns. She gives it up at the top of the zone, and luckily Akasenka recovered. Now she comes the other way shorthanded. Akasenka around one player. She loses the puck, can't get it centered. Here come the Wildcats. We got Akasenka and Shannon behind the play. They need to hurry up and get back. It's a 4-on-2. Go right around Gaffney. Zivkovic chipped that away. Akasenka can't clear it. It's in her feet. Zivkovic chips it up a wall, but not out. Shannon can't chip it out. This time Akasenka does chip it out, but it's going to be an icing. with 5:16 to go. Half the penalty time gone. I'm going to come back down here to the near circle where we have Blinka and Betzler with Claherty and Mrazek on this kill. Zebra directing traffic. Claherty sends it over to Blinka. Blinka puts it up the wall. Past that point player. That'll wave off the icing. Tendy came out to get it and thought better of it as the Wildcats send it around. Mrazek chipped it in deeper. Comes back to the point Betzler holds. Betzler throws it towards the net. Claherty tipped it behind. 25 seconds to go in the penalty. Here come the Wildcats. Blinka had it, chipped it off a Wildcat. She regains it. She loses it now at the blue line. Up the near wall. Blinka puts a shoulder into the player, pokes him in deeper. Puck up the wall now. Nobody on this player. Shot from there off the side of the net. Blinka's going to pick it up. Even strength. Puck too far ahead. Now Warner picked it up. Warner poked it ahead. Claherty overskated. Here she comes. She picked it back up. Claherty with a shot. Goaltender blocked that to the near side. Into the corner. Chip it up the wall. Blinka can't hold. Oh, she does hold. This time she can't as it comes out. Stevens picked it up. Turned it over to a Wildcat. Here they come up the near wall. Zivkovic gets screened by the Zebra. Puck in behind the net now for Warner. Warner coming up the near wall to Claherty. Claherty gets separated from the puck by a couple of Wildcats. Stevens holds the point, and the Zebra decided she didn't. The Zebra that was 50 feet behind the play decided she didn't, even though the Zebra that was standing right there thought she did. I couldn't see it. Makasenka, Scarlatelli, Stevens, Zivkovic, and McVeigh. Back to McVeigh. McVeigh ahead to a Wildcat. McVeigh pokes it ahead to Stevens. Stevens throws it in behind the net. Tendy stops it. Round to the far corner. Wildcats have it there. McVeigh stepped up, kept it in at least momentarily. Stevens is going to try to chase this one down. Wildcats player beats her to it. When McVeigh turns it over right in front of the circles to a Wildcat. Missed far side. Throw it in front, it's loose. That player missed an open net to the near side. 3 minutes to go. The center, Makasenka cuts it off. Makasenka chipped it out past the Wildcat. And that's going to be offsides. So we'll come here to the near circle just below us. 3:01 to go on Frank's official clock. Makasenka steps in with Stevens and Scarlatelli. Here comes Kylie. Kylie up the far side. Stevens trailing. Makasenka backhands it into a group of Wildcats. As the puck comes up the far wall, Bukovic holds the point. She throws it across, at least tried to for Scarlatelli, couldn't get it there. Blinka holds this point, throws it in front. Goaltender's going to scoop that up. We're going to get a draw. Out comes Claherty, Shannon, and Gaffney. We're going to stick with Bukovic and Blinka. 2:38. Claherty steps in for this draw. Wildcats win another one. Blinka holds the point. Turns it over. Wildcats open. Takes it over to the far side. Has to wait for the zone to clear. Barber gets that in her glove. And with 2-2, we're going to get a face-off in the far circle. Claherty. Wildcats win another one. Shannon comes out of there with it. Comes out the near point. Wildcats back to their D. D to D pass. Puck ahead. Stops. Gaffney overskates. Claherty chips it up the wall. There she comes. Claherty loses the puck, regains, misses near side, or far side rather. Shannon chipped it into the corner, where she sends it up the wall. Blinka can't hold the point. Claherty regains. Claherty regroups. She overskates, loses the puck. She picks it back up. Gaffney down on the wall, and here come the Wildcats. Shannon swinging a miss. Shot. Barber knocked that down. Blinka tried to clear off doorstep, can't. Now Shannon will turn with it. With a minute 32 to go. Shannon up the far wall. Shannon head pass for Claherty too far to the near wall. Claherty stops, loses the puck, and here come the Wildcats. Wildcats clear. Minute 18 to go. 3-on-2. Around Betzler, around Zivkovic. Goaltender Barber with a big save. We're down to a minute 10. Makasenko, Mrazek, and Warner. Zivkovic and Betzler. Zivkovic behind the net. She turns, reverses directions, up the wall. Makasenko clears. Wildcats send it back the other way past Mrazek. Wildcats come up the near wall, chip it in past Zivkovic. Betzler picks it up. Betzler turns it over to a Wildcat at the point. Wildcat can't shoot, regains. This time he shoots it low. Goaltender Barber's going to glove that one with 42 ticks left. Makasenko steps in. Out comes Stevens, Scarlatelli, and Claherty. So Makasenko's going to go to the bench. We're going to stay with Betzler and Zivkovic. Claherty steps in. Wildcats win another one. Zivkovic chips it to the point, but not out. Claherty overskates. Zivkovic again. Chips it ahead. Claherty steps across, loses the puck. Here come the Wildcats up the far wall. Shot, miss, far side. Puck in the corner, 26 ticks to go. Puck ahead. Claherty. Claherty up the near wall. Claherty drops it off for Scarlatelli. Scarlatelli backhands it towards the net. Goaltender's going to cover that one. And there's going to be 13 seconds to go. So we'll see what circle they pick. For some reason, we're going to change and have Makasenko, Shannon, and Gaffney come out here. 12 seconds to go. Bukovic and McVeigh back. Over to Gaffney. She loses it to a Wildcat. They chip it up and out. McVeigh knocked it in. That was offsides. They didn't call it. This puck comes out, and here come the Wildcats. 1 second. That's going to do it. So we're going to play to a 3-3 tie here at the Armory. Bring you the handshake action, and then we'll be back with you the next time we're playing. As always, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your Saturday. So Howell lets in one, Barber lets in two. I think the goals are going to go Claherty and 2 for Makasenko. As Howell finds herself on the wrong side of the handshake line.